Hello, everybody. Welcome to day one of me showing up and going live with one cut, one video. And man, it's amazing how much fear shows up when you're about to do something new, when you're moving towards the unknown. It requires just such a huge degree of trust and openness and really allowing. We don't want to fight the fear when we're doing something we're scared to do. We really just want to allow it to be there. Allow it to move and then do it anyways. It's almost like the fear, when you just start doing it, the fear can move more. It can flow through your body more. When you're excited to do the thing, but you don't do it and you're scared to do it, you feel this stuckness in you. You feel this contraction. And that's when a feeling of like panic or like that's how a panic attacks can happen, is like you compromise on your truth because you're afraid of what might happen when you step into the unknown. You do it so many times that fear you feel, it just keeps building and building and building because you're not letting it move. You're not letting it express. Because what fear really is it's just excitement. It's just an indication that, oh, I should probably do this. And that's what led me to doing what I'm doing right now. It sounded really scary. My ego has told me many times, oh, you're not ready to do that yet. But a lot of times our ego is never gonna be ready to take the next bold step that we need to take. And we just kind of have to jump into the waters that are initially gonna be cold. We might be kind of flailing around at first, trying to find our depth in a sense, trying to find ourselves. But when we do that, when we kind of shock the system like I'm doing right now, we allow the mind to reorient itself. We allow a purification process to happen. Because here's the thing. What we're really afraid of when we step into the unknown of happening is it like going really bad. People thinking that, like having the opinion about us like, ooh, that wasn't very good, or like that feeling like you're not good enough, or like that social ostracization or something that comes with like that shame of what feels like a failure. But here's the beautiful thing. The only thing that can happen to me if I shoot this and it goes horrible, say this whole video, my ego just says that's the worst video you've ever shot, and I still have to post it, the only thing that could happen to me is I will become more liberated. I will become more free. Because say this video is the worst video I ever shot and I post it. And just I'm being extreme here, but I want to give you guys this like kind of cheat code to the universe so you can unlock yourselves from your fear and start doing what you really want to do. Extreme example, say I post this video and I lose, this is extreme, but like just say I posted a video and I lost like half my subscribers. Like the egoics, worst case scenario comes true, right? And I just get flooded with negative comments, like let's play out the nightmare scenario here. And I encourage you to do this with your own fear of what you're gonna do, of what the universe is calling you to do. Because the universe is making it so clear right now that we all need to step into our heart center. We all need to start acting from our heart. The energy on Gaia right now is heart-centered energy. And a lot of times when we're in our heart, like I've been feeling huge fear in my heart lately, but I've also been feeling huge love, huge excitement, huge expansion. Oftentimes they're one and the same. So we're going to feel the fear in our heart when it's opening. We're going to feel the fear in our heart when we're doing something new, stepping into the unknown. And this is natural. This is normal. I'm feeling it today. But just because I'm feeling it doesn't mean I'm not going to show up here in front of you guys and do it anyways. So back to the example. So let's just, worst case scenario, nightmare that the ego likes to tell us. The ego is always trying to bluff us with the worst case scenario. But here's the beautiful thing. Here's how to call the mind's bluff about the worst case scenario. I lose all my subscribers. This video goes horrible, flooded with negative comments. Now, initially, what's going to happen? A huge amount of shame, insecurity. Maybe self-hatred will arise. A lot of wounds, a lot of trauma will come up. If that happened, maybe I would be out of it for a few days, right? But the beautiful thing is, it's the shame that comes up and we feel it and we feel it and we let it sink deep into our body. We let the insecurity, the unworthiness, we just let it deepen and deepen and we let it go all the way in. And we open to it and we embrace it. And yes, temporarily, we're going to almost wish we were dead. Because when you're in deep, deep shame, you would rather be dead. Your ego would rather be dead. That's why the ego goes so far out of its way to be inauthentic, to do everything it can to not have to feel shame, to not have to feel criticism from others. That's why the ego will convince you to not live your truth and to not act when there's fear. Because it will say, if you do that, no one's going to love you, and then you're going to die. Our ego is like a survival machine, and when it feels shame, it's dying. It's dying. And this is why shame, and this is why when you trigger your shame, when you trigger your wounds, the insecurity, the unworthiness, this is the liberation. The ego dies. The ego sheds another layer. You become more liberated from egoic consciousness. Because say that happened to me, and you can use your own example, whatever it is for you that your mind's telling you, if you step into your power, your heart will happen, whatever the negative scenario is. So yeah, say for me, this video went horribly, and I was just in bed, wrecked. For days, feeling all that shame, opening to it, wishing I were dead. Eventually, because we would allow ourselves to feel it, because that's the medicine. That's the medicine. Letting yourself feel the lower emotions. Eventually, you would wake up one day, you'd get out of bed, and you'd realize, oh shit, I'm not dead. No one took me out into the streets and beat me to death. I haven't been ostracized from society. And even if you were ostracized, that wouldn't matter either, in a sense. I'll get to that. You would feel, I didn't vaporize, and you'd be like, nothing happened. And then this beautiful thing would happen. You would realize that a death did occur. In a sense, you did die. You died more into who you truly are. You let go of anything that was nonsense in your life. When you're going through a huge death, in a sense, an egoic death, what happens is you start to connect with what's really important, what really matters to me. And for me, and for all of you watching, I'm sure this is the case too, what really matters for us is our connection to God, to Source, to our higher self. You could say your connection to your heart, to the universe. And so if that worst case scenario happened, you would only, by feeling it, by just letting yourself feel the shame, the disappointment, the unworthiness, the only thing that would happen is you would shed layers of your ego and you would fall into even more deep connection with pure awareness, with knowing yourself as pure consciousness, as pure love. And so when you understand that perspective, that nothing bad can happen, even if something bad, how the ego would judge it, happens, that is only a pathway to liberating yourself from egoic consciousness even more. Because you survive it, you come out the other side more liberated, more in your heart, more connected to God. Because when you're down like that, you realize it's my connection to God that matters. I'm just a servant to God, nothing more. Results have no meaning at all. The only thing that has meaning is allowing God to speak through you, act through you, live through you. You could say allowing your heart, the universe. That's the reward. Whatever comes of that, good or bad, it can never compare to the reward, to the fulfillment and satisfaction of that connection to the universe. And when you have that, it doesn't matter what happens out here. You become unshakable, untouchable. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel or you're not going to hurt, but you welcome the pain because you see that pain and beauty are the same thing. You go beyond resisting pain. You see how the pain is a purifying force, how the pain is a liberating force. Because you feel it and then you're just lighter. The pain deepens you. The shame deepens you. If you don't run from it. If you don't run from your dreams, what fulfills you, what excites you. Oftentimes our highest excitement is going to be terrifying for the ego. Because like I said, the ego would rather just die, would rather jump off a bridge than feel the shame of disappointment. But any type of public humiliation, if it's, if you're following your heart, if you're following your dharma, and some type of public humiliation just naturally comes your way, it's always a gift. It's always exactly what you need to come more into your fullest and highest self. And when you see that, because I can know that if this video goes horribly, no matter, I can see that even that's a gift. I can see that if I lost all my subscribers tomorrow, I can see, oh my God, I would have to surrender so fucking deeply. I would have to let go of so much if something like that dramatic and traumatic happened. And then because we're oriented more with awareness, we can see, holy shit, wow, that would be a powerfully liberating experience. This is why so many people who go through a public shaming and they allow themselves to feel it and to open to those feelings and embrace them, and they don't believe the story about it, and they don't get lost to that. So many people who go through that are like literally reborn because they connect with what's important to them. That connection to source, to the universe, knowing yourself as that. So, yeah, that's the video. Right now, every day is it just feels like there's an urgency in the energy on Earth right now, like a real urgency, like really trying to get people into their hearts. Really trying to wring and squeeze out all these denser emotions and feelings. It's like one day right now is an entire lifetime, right? I know we're all experiencing this. A day is a full lifetime. But the beautiful thing is if you'll come into presence right now, if you'll come into your heart, if you'll open to the feelings there, because there's going to be a lot of feelings there, guys, that we're going to have to feel and let go of, or feel and let them transform. You'll start to really have this direct experience of what's being born on planet Earth right now. And you're all a part of it. It's like you're all such an important part of what's being birthed on planet Earth right now. Your contributions of just simply letting yourself feel fear and taking the inspired action anyways, guys, I can't express to you how profound that is. And it's going to take every single one of us watching this video to do that. And that's why I'm here, stepping into my fear. So you guys can watch me do it and watch me jump into the cold water and watch my ego kick and scream. And to make this video to let you know, you can't get it wrong. Even if it goes horribly, it's such a gift to you. It's so freeing. It's exactly what you need. You will survive it. And you'll be so much stronger and in your power and in your love and light because of it. It's like the biggest disappointments in life lead to the biggest breakthroughs. It's actually how we level up. So, feels good to do these live. Wow, I was really nervous at first. But yeah, just let that fear go, or I didn't let it go, just let it flow, and that's what we need to do. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.